Oh, we're live now. Hey, everybody. NXT just went off the air. We're about to go on live, give some thoughts on this episode of NXT. It's Bad Guy Jack, and filling in for the captain is the EC. And I see you in the chat, Captain Gross. So let's jump off with the intro.
No, every week I see that. I ask you and the captain to remind me to make y'all a new intro, and y'all just don't do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have like 6 different jobs, so forgive me if I forgot job number 7. Oh, silly me. But everybody, welcome to the Popular View, the NXT edition.
So where's Captain at, since you have 7 jobs? Because I said I remind you and Captain.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, we're gonna do this on air, right? Okay.
No,
right.
I'm just saying,
I'm sorry, right? You're a guest on my show, and now you're gonna try to bring this heat. Well, let me tell you something. You can keep that Florida stuff to yourself, sir. This is not how we run things. You can steamroll anybody
Were you
else.
intentionally trying to be funny right now? You said Florida and heat, and I was in New York this past weekend, and it was like 29 degrees while it was nice and 75 here. You know,
Well,
I went up there to see y'all. Who can't remind me to make an intro?
Oh, I'm taking off next week. I'm not dealing with this shit. How dare you come up in here with this nonsense? You ruined the intro. You know what? Whatever. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm Bad Guy. I'm joined with EC, and yeah, thanks for filling in for the captain. Thanks for bringing the cold air too, because literally early in the week before you showed up, it was actually nice, and then you brought the cold. It didn't even rain until you showed up. So yeah, thank you, Cloud. So yeah, NXT just went off the air. What did you think about it? You just told me that you was ready to go to sleep at 6:30, but then you was like,
yeah,
oh, right,
I was ready to go sleep at 6:30. I was ready to go sleep at 8 o'clock. I was ready to go sleep at 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, and 10:05. I was ready to go sleep because I was watching NXT. Let me tell you something. This show was absolute fire. Fire, I tell you. I mean, fire to me. It needed to be fired. This was a really, really boring and droll episode.
I thought it had some good things. I mean, not everything was. Did you whistle?
It's tea. It's warming it up. I mean, I'm cooling it off.
All right, so let's jump into the very beginning, the very first match. We have Trick Williams against Ilja Dragunov. I didn't take a whole lot of notes for this match. I was moving around a little bit, but I'm really happy that they gave my man Trick Williams some shine here.
Isn't Ilja a former NXT UK champion?
He is, absolutely.
That you pay more attention to the guy that can barely wrestle.
Yeah, Trick Williams. I mean, I'm really happy for Trick Williams. I love that he's been growing. Like wrestling, I wouldn't even say it wasn't a strong suit. I feel like he's still putting things together. He's definitely a great talker. He's really tremendous at talk. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's a great talker. He does tremendous things when he distracted me with the pen. But he's great. He's really, really great. Why, you're not a fan of Trick Williams?
No, I'm a big fan of Trick Williams. I think he has all the talent he needs to be an interesting character on the main roster. Because remember, NXT is not what people see are supposed to be anymore. As on the main roster on SmackDown or Raw, I feel like he could be a great character, but his in-ring work leaves a lot to be desired. But I do believe he will get there when he needs. So I agree with some of what you said. I don't think you said it too well, but I agree with what you said.
You're a jerk.
And the thing is that I think Trick Williams' charisma is actually overshadowing Dragunov, or whatever the hell his name is.
No, you said it right. You said it right.
I'm it's coming from somebody who says every name wrong. But I think it distracts from him because, like I said, he's the man to beat Walter, right? Mm-hmm. Gunther, Walter at the time.
He did. No,
he's the man who beat Walter. So you would think that the rocket ship would be on him, and I know that they consider him to be very talented, and they want to see him go on to do some things. I just don't think his character will work in the good old United States of America.
It might not. I don't think it might translate. Could I get some of the points of what you're saying? I don't think it translates very well because he is a great wrestler. And I think they paired him and Trick Williams so much so Trick Williams could get some of that experience, like working with someone who is as talented as Dragonoid. And I'm talking about in the ring because Trick on the mic, you can't you can't say anything bad about him. I mean, he opened up with a mic in his hand, and he says, "What did he say? He said he's going to kick his ass." And he talked about him doing the it's not opera. I forget what he does. It's like the symphony or something like that. I thought Trick Williams looked good. I paid more attention to him just because I feel like he's going to have a breakout year this year. I mean, that sounds like strong.
It seems like you're a big fan, and anybody who doesn't follow us on Popular Review on our Twitter page, we've been shining on all the African American wrestlers this month, and one of the ones that I noticed which received a like and a retweet was actually from BadGuy Jack on one Trick Williams. It was ironically today.
Yeah, I'm actually learning how to use my Twitter. I realized. Oh,
I noticed.
Yeah, thank you.
When I was in New York, you seem to be on it a lot.
Why are you so obsessed with me, bro?
You wish. Hey, you know what? You should be happy if I was obsessed with you, because that means somebody is. You probably never had one unless it was.
Shut the hell up. Like, bro, this is not your show. Not your show. Not your show.
After somebody put a pork chop around your neck, a dog was really playing with you. That's obsession. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, that was so great. You know, guys.
An original.
I'm so, yeah, you know, I'm glad you're drinking your Golden Girls tea. You know, this guy have the nerve to talk all this nonsense, and we're 5 minutes late because he had to get his stupid shades. Because
my shades are right here on my station. I had to fix my tea.
You had to fix your tea? What the honey ran away from you? This show is definitely
no. I don't drink my tea with anything in it. My tea is straight. I feel like I'm having a Mike Knox conversation. Hey, I like soap operas. No, let's talk. Let's talk. What we got?
That's all I've been doing. Yeah. Trick Williams don't win. A Dragonoid get the win. I feel like this was definitely more based on the storyline because Dragonoid is going to have a match. Even though it hasn't been confirmed yet, but you can't help but say that at NXT Stand and Deliver, him and JD Madonna is going to have a match. JD comes out. He's eyeing Dragonoid. I did like this reference of, I forget if it was Booker T or JD who says it to Vic, and I can't stand Vic. But there's a spot where they say unbiased reporting, which is a play on, I can never pronounce this guy's name. He was. You're a rascal. You're in the running for any UPR funniest host. Good job. Because last year you couldn't do it. Good job. But it said unbiased report, which was a shot at Tony Khan because he made a joke over the weekend about I can't think of this guy's name, blanking. But yeah, Dragonoid wins. And there's a standoff between Dragonoid and JD. So, do you have any thoughts, Ariel? Thank you. See, if she was here, she would help me. Unlike you, you're useless. Like Tails the Fox from Sonic the Hedgehog. You probably don't even know who that is. But what did you think about this? You.
Well, I mean, I don't even watch that show on Netflix. But the thing is that. One, Cap will have to help you because you keep screwing up, and I'm just going to let you, mess up on air. That's just what I do. But as far as the people, look at all these people trying to help you out. You got Shay trying to help you out. You got George trying to help you out. You got Jeffrey trying to help you out. Ariel Hawaii. But
it's a community.
I see what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. My thing is, hey, I thought NXT was wrong. This is what I thought would happen on WWE. I thought you had SmackDown. I thought you had Raw. I thought you had NXT. I thought you had Main Event. I thought you had NXT Level Up. I didn't know 205 Live was back. That was good. And I did not know that. So thank you, Captain, for not being here, and I have to fill in. Thank you, Ron, for inviting me. I didn't know 205 Live was back. And then you tell me JD McDonough is going to wrestle a Dragunov guy, Ilja Dragunov, whatever his name is.
Great. Oh, I can't say names right. A Dragunov guy? Dragunov guy?
You know a name I can say? Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. These are names of people who matter in the world of wrestling, right? Now, I'm not taking anything away from these people. They make very good kickoff match guys. Very good kickoff match guys. So I didn't know 205 Live was back. That was information the executive consultant did not know. I have to thank BadGuy Jack and Captain Shea Captain Shaykespeare, because I would not have known. It is good to have that information. 205 Live's back. You think they're going to bring back the purple title?
Moving on. It's just tremendous. Oh, we got someone saying shush. We got Walter in here saying shush. Yeah, you're disrupting the whole.
Sooner or later, you keep talking to the executive consultant like that, I'm going to change your name.
To who?
Gunther.
I'm sorry, was that addressed towards me?
Wow.
We got people in the chat. Not a fan of your stuff here. We got Ginger. I said Ginger. Jinder Mahal. He has a promo, a vignette. He says he's gonna win the championship. He talks about how Bron has been getting a lot of boos, like how you've been getting a lot of boos tonight, and he's gonna win. And I think at the end I put LOL. Fallon Henley. She tries to call Jensen. There's no answer. Jensen's really upset. I don't blame him for being so upset. And Briggs says, I don't want to get in the middle of this. So she got to go. She says she's going to apologize to Kiana James. She said, you're going to call her. She says, no, I'm going to do that in person. I got, Jinder was legit. I didn't think that at all. I really didn't think that at all. But we'll get to that. Miko, she has a training class. Did you see this segment? What do you think about Miko's training class? Executive consultant.
I think you have to find a way to make her entertaining to the American audience. This is the way they do it.
Yeah, I was actually interested in this training class. I mean, I laughed immediately because I said I would have died in this class. So Roxanne joins in, like she wants to join in, and they do sit-ups, they do push-ups. And then you start to see one by one, like girls start to leave and fall out. I think they really started to fall out when they did the fireman carry test. Like a lot of girls, their legs were getting wobbly. So that leads to a lot of people starting to leave. And these people started definitely leave when they did 1,000 squats. Can you do 1,000 squats, executive?
No, I can barely do 100. But, the funny thing is we did karaoke this past week. I'm telling all our business. We did karaoke this past weekend. And then when you started getting up to singing, the same amount of people left. No, I can't do 1,000 squats. It's not my bag. The push-ups I can do, sit-ups I can do. Do you lift, bro? Yes, obviously, but squats never been for me. I will tap out faster than Liv Morgan did twice last week.
Wow.
Oh, you're frozen. Yeah, just how we like you on the show. And I'm not trying to do rapid exec time. That's the name of the segment. We'll call it rapid exec time. RET. Coming up when I read all the comments. I guess we should do it now because BadGuy Jack is frozen. He's having the issues with New York. Whoa, that is a lot of. Oh, well, we don't want to read that. That was on. What is that one? Ooh, you know what? This is interesting. Let's talk about this. Mercedes Moné interest still Fyre than tonight's NXT show. Changed my mind. I was just talking about NXT being trash, and you just pretty much agreed with me right there. Hey, BadGuy Jack, looks like you're back. You back, Puba?
I am. I'm glad you called me Puba. Thank you. Yeah. I even forgot what I was trying to even get at now anymore.
That's fine. Most people do forget what you're trying to say.
Yeah, well, when you start talking and you cloud my mind, things like that happen. But
stop smoking.
I haven't smoked in a while, man.
You say cloud your mind.
I'm not even gonna front. I mean, after working with you, I might smoke. But we had Tyler Bate. I don't even know why I put Pete Bate. I don't know who the hell that is. But
Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate.
Yeah, you're stressful. But yeah, Tyler Bate comes out. He's doing a lot of talking. He talks about he says some things. I felt like there was a lot of hippie things. I didn't write down any of the things that he said. But we have Schism. They come out and they interrupt him. And they talk about how you're all by yourself. If I could fucking finish. Like, what's that? What
I'm agreeing with you.
This an episode of Matlock?
I'm just agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Well, I don't need you to agree with me. Let me finish my thought.
I didn't know you have thoughts, but go ahead.
I have lots of thoughts. I wish you could see the bubble in my head right now. But Schism, they come out, they interrupt Bate. And and they mention how you're all by yourself. We have our family here. Your family's all the way over there, all the way out there in England, because he's from England. In case you didn't know, you don't look like you know. I just wanted to pass that information to you. Well, I think you should care. If you should really care. But then we have Chase U. They come out and they. This is a good one. Chase U comes out and they chase away Schism. That was a funny. Where's H-Man? Is H-Man in the chat? H-Man is in the chat. H-Man, give me 10 points. Take away 100 points for executive consultant, please. That makes me feel better. And then we get the match with Chase U against the Dyrad. I guess Dyrad is Jagger and Rip Fowler. And then the Schism is just the whole group in general. Because I never know what to call them. as you keep clicking on things. Thank you. And I thought this was okay. I mean, this was just storytelling. This is just pretty much storytelling. So, are you up to date on what Schism is and their feud with or their problems with Chase U?
Yeah, Schism is a rare disease that can be sometimes fatal if you watch it while you're tired. Look, here's my thing, right? I don't care. Schism is just not it. And Chase U is completely overrated. I mean, what's his name? Whatever Chase. I forgot his name. Adam Chase or something. I don't know his name.
Andre Chase! Andre Chase! No! I asked you to come on this show. I asked you, did you watch it? And then you don't get these names right. And then you sit there and go, every chance you get to come at me, oh, you didn't say this right. You said, say the name right. Please, for the love of God.
So Andre Chase, right? He's there, and hey, you know what? Shout out to Andre Chase. He has a lot of charisma.
Trace?
I said Chase, Andre Chase. Shout out to Andre Chase. He has a lot of charisma.
Where's the whole bottle of vodka?
So he's like the only person that's interested in anything. I don't like his whole teaching university crap. Teachable moment I like. Like for instance, I have a teachable moment. You want to hear my teachable moment? My teachable moment is I didn't know how to say Andre Chase's name, right? BadGuy Jack, who mispronounces the name, I don't know, Elmore.
Just say everybody. Just say everybody.
Oh, you said it for me. Well, that's a teachable moment. Thank you. I'm glad you said you didn't watch.
I know my gimmick, kid.
Okay. Well, the bottom line is I don't like Schism, but I do like Andre Chase. So good for that. Ladies and gentlemen, watch an unpopular review. NXT edition. I'm the exec consultant, filling in for Captain Shaykespeare. Over there is BadGuy Jack. Please make sure that you like, and I mean like, love, share to all of your wrestling timelines and groups, all your family, all your friends, all your loved ones alive and dead, so they can watch each and every single Tuesday NXT, BadGuy Jack, as well as Captain Shaykespeare. Also, make sure that you subscribe to us on Unpopular Review Entertainment. We review a lot of movies and television shows and a lot more stuff coming up here on Unpopular Wrestling with Top 5, NXT AEW, and the returning Unpopular Review Wrestling podcast soon. BadGuy Jack, you have something to say. What do you have to say?
No, I wanted to say, because you mentioned movies, and we don't have any commercials, but you haven't done Knock on Cabin yet, right?
No, unfortunately, we were supposed to do it last night. We were unable to do it, but we are going to do it soon. Yes.
I was going to say, soon. So you don't have.
I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but we're definitely going to come out with that. Speaking of which, the star Knock on the Cabin is one Dave Bautista, who was announced for the Hall of Fame.
There we go. Oh, he's not in there. I'm sorry. Is that confirmed? Because I heard someone mention that. And,
I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think it's been confirmed. It was not confirmed, but I am more than positive Bautista is going to be the one that's going to the Hall of Fame this year in Los Angeles.
It would honestly make sense because
why?
It was in LA. It's in LA.
Well, where does he live?
Florida. Right. All right. Florida. But I'm sure
he lives in Tampa.
Hollywood. Okay, cool. All right. But I'm saying they're in LA, Hollywood. And they can't get The Rock. I'm pretty sure they would.
Correct. But people may forget Batista was actually supposed to already be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
But then COVID hit. So it's time for it to happen.
What was that? Was that 2020 or 2021?
2021.
Okay.
No. My apologies. You were right. 2020.
I'm sorry. Was that confirmation that I was right and you was wrong?
Well, considering the fact that you're, your age, your 30s, and that's the first time you've ever really been right.
Thanks, Grandpa. To brag about. Oh, thank you, Grandpa Harris.
I'd rather be Grandpa Harris and right all the time as opposed to being, Baby Ron and wrong.
Yeah, Baby Ron. No, I'm just younger than you, and I don't need to rub WD oil on my elbows just so I can get ready to do the show. But you got me all lost. But yeah, Schism get the win. Look like there's gonna be a fallout. Yeah.
Can somebody look up WD oil, please?
Yeah. Someone look it up. Look, we already got that. Hello, Grandpa Executive. Thank you.
From somebody in your clique. Shocker.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I have a nice group of people who think this is great. Look, age shaming in this economy. Yeah, WD 40. It doesn't matter. It was oil 40. But Chase U take the L. Schism get the win. Look like there's going to be a fallout between Andre Chase and Duke Harris. Oh, my God. Duke Hudson.
Say it right! A whole bunch of nonsense. All right, go ahead.
Was that me?
Yeah, it was. It was good.
That was me. That was good. Oh my God, that was really good. I mean, you kind of suck, but you kind of get a B.
I had to channel my inner sucking in order to channel you.
I'm sorry, you're in a what?
Yeah, this is really turning awkward. Can you just continue?
You started it. Someone send me that recording because
yeah.
There was also a Boogeyman reference. I just wanted to throw that out there. Booker T was not a fan of the Boogeyman. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard Boogeyman, it sounded like Vic said Booty Man, and I had to look, but I understood he meant Boogeyman. So I thought that was nice. Continuity on something that happened almost 20 years ago. I appreciated that. Then we have this segment between Von Wagner and Robert Stone. Robert Stone is like, have you figured out who you are? And Von is just getting mad and angry. The segment is actually hilarious because Robert just like, dude, I want to know you. I need to know you. You gotta help me help you. That's the whole story with him and Von. And Von's like, what, do you want to know my inner thoughts? Yeah, Von, he needs to know who you are so he can help you. A good manager knows who you are, and that's how they help you get over. I'm so ashamed of myself for being such a Von fan. And I don't need anyone thrown in my face because I have since grown up. I'm an adult now. Is that freaking David?
No, it's the other.
I can tell by the road. Oh, okay.
I mean, because if it's not.
Well, tell him hi. Now you had to mute yourself. That's good. That the captain would be proud of you because she knows how to use that mute button. I hope she didn't hear that. Von Wagner, but then Tony D comes out. The Don, he comes out. He tells him he's not happy about how Von took his spot last week, and Von made it funny when he said, "Are you talking to me?" I really chuckled at that. And I see I did here. Sorry.
I apologize. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. Not you. I'm not apologizing. You go fuck yourself. But he says, are you talking to me? I sets up for a match late in the night. Robert Stone is so angry at Von. He goes, "You're supposed." You walked right into his trap. What are you doing? So we're gonna get to that. We got Jacy Jane against Indi Hartwell. I mean, this match really, wasn't really a match. It ended in disqualification. Executive consultant. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. So,
isn't that how you do most of the shows? You just yap.
I can insult you too, but you know what? I'm going to be the professional. What do you think about Jacy Jane and this split with Toxic Attraction?
Jacy Jane is actually really, really entertaining, but her wrestling skills have a lot. What is what I was talking about earlier? Trick Williams, same thing.
I'm sorry. Is Gordon Ramsay back there? Like, why?
It sounds like Gordon Ramsay back there. No, my roommate came and I guess he wanted to try to cook, and now he's trying to fix the oven that I could have sworn I mentioned. Yeah. Excuse Chris, 1 second.
I look like you guys are stuck with me. Sorry, guys, you're stuck with me because what the hell was that? Someone's cooking. Is it The Rock cooking? Because I still want to know what he's cooking. So, yeah, we got Jacy Jane against Indi Hartwell. So I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Sorry, the show has been all over the place. Just awful. My apologies. But Jacy Jane against Indi Hartwell. Gigi returns and attacks Jacy Jane. My partner, I saw her tweet and I totally agreed. It would have been nice if they kept Gigi off a little bit longer. I wouldn't have said a week. I would have said maybe like another 2 weeks, just to keep selling the attack. I would have kept her off a little bit longer, but they had her come out and attack Jacy Jane. I guess the only good thing I would say about this match or segment, if you will, is that Indi Hartwell didn't get pinned. And something my partner mentioned before, like Indi Hartwell, a lot of times they use her as like, I don't want to say like a stepping stone or anything, but she usually takes the L. So it was nice that she didn't take the L. Yeah, Gigi's back. And she hurt her finger too. I meant to put the graphics up. I put all these pictures in here and I did not utilize them. Yeah, this match happened. I apologize. But yeah, this match happened, and it's the match I'm actually talking about. And Gigi hurt her finger. She got a cut or a little bruise on her finger. So yeah, look like they're already setting up for hopefully not Roadblock. When is Roadblock? I don't think they probably said it, but when is exactly Roadblock? Let me get into the chat real quick. We got come Tuesday. We got they brought Gigi back too soon. I agree. Talking to me, WrestleMania commercial. Yeah, with it was a bunch of them. Dave Bautista though, and you know what's funny? Dave Bautista in that when they were starting to split, when he started to split from Evolution, I remember he made that joke. Triple H said something, I forget the line, and he said, "Are you talking to me?" And I thought that was really funny. So yes, we got. I can't wait to see Gigi and Jacy go 1-on-1. Did you guys see that on 2K? They gave their ratings, and Gigi is an 81 and Jacy is an 80. So I thought that was funny that they put that out. I believe it was yesterday. I'm not sure if it was today or yesterday, but they did that. Jacy Jane has a lot to work on. I think in ring, probably in ring, definitely. Because on the mic, I thought she did, and I said this last week, she did very well. She handled herself very well. H-Man getting him out. I got to see what H-Man said. I didn't see what he said. I love that they tease Gigi getting her stomp back, but they moved Jacy. See, that's a good eye. I didn't even notice that. I didn't mind, but I agree. Well, you didn't mind her being back so soon? We got, I think they have Gigi attack. Jacy is going to set up a match either at Roadblock, NXT. I think you say that for NXT Stand and Deliver. I wouldn't put that on Roadblock because Roadblock just comes off as a televised PLE or one of those theme shows. That's the better way of wording it. And we got, thank you, George. He says Roadblock is 2 weeks away. That might even explain why later in the show you have Grayson Waller, and he says he's gonna have his special show, and he's gonna have HBK. So that makes a lot of sense. We got Jacy's acting is similar to the sister from which. Oh, he said the sisters. That is hilarious. That's I didn't think about that. The sisters from White Chicks. I remember they kept saying they were gonna make a White Chicks too, and it's been what over 19 years. So please don't do that. I don't know if anyone needs to hear that, but don't. Certain movies just don't need sequels. I always say bring it on. And I stand on that hill. We have Gallus against my boys, Edris and Malik. I didn't like that Edris and Malik were already in the ring. I'm not really a fan of that. I see you, Warman. Said Jack Warman's here. I see you, sir. I feel like now the show is back on a good pace. I feel like my heart rate is in a good place now. But let's give a shout out to the executive consultant because he is filling in as he's probably yelling at somebody. He's probably having a yell off with Gordon Ramsay. I got money on Gordon Ramsay personally. Warman is here and didn't say hi. I know, right? Nah, no White Chicks too. Please, no White Chicks too. I feel like they've been teasing that for the last 15 years, and I just, nah. But yes, Gallus, I'm sorry. Gallus and Edris. I knew my boys wasn't going to win. But shout out to Edris. He hit this huge elbow drop. I mean, he got some height. It seemed like Montez Ford height, the way he jumped up in the air. There was a spot. It looked like he tried to springboard off the ropes to hit like a clothesline or something. It looked kind of he didn't get all of it. It looked like he missed a step or so, which is fine. It happens. But I thought it was still really. I was glad that they still got some offense. It was a good show, and they just didn't get squashed because I think these guys are great, and I will always keep saying I hope really great things for these guys. I would love for them to actually win the NXT Championship at some point. I don't know if I'm alone on that, but I would love for them to get that. But Gallus get the win. And then there's these two guys, like during the match, these two guys with cake. They're these two guys with cake. And I didn't hear, I want to make sure I got this correct. So please correct me in the chat. Because I feel like they said the 2-year anniversary, but was it the 2-week anniversary? That I guess they were saying the 2, and I feel like it was the 2-week because they might be having a match at Roadblock. It's a 2-week anniversary for losing the titles. Gallus is just no nonsense. They beat the hell out of these cake boys. And then Pretty Deadly comes out of nowhere. And I mean, just a more ruthless, aggressive side of these two. Way more aggressive than I've ever seen them. I mean, they beat the hell out of Gallus. I mean, chair shots. I mean, beat him up. There was a still step spot. It was like a one lift one of the Gallus boys up, and then they slammed him. Another guy grabbed the hair and threw him down. So I thought this was some great stuff. It was great that they had some aggression to Pretty Deadly, because Pretty Deadly, they come off like a comedy act, but these guys could go. So it's showing that there's like they have that they there's a tough side to them. I think that's great. We got some stuff going on in the chat. I want to make sure we got stuff going on in the chat. I want to click you guys. I want to click the chat. It's been a long night, guys. I'm running on fumes. I see that too. Yes, I would hope Jacy Jane would talk about her reigning online. Warman is here and didn't say hi to me. But everyone says hi to you, and usually not include me. So what are you talking about? At least an H-Man, though, he says hi to me. Now I know white chicks, too. I said I agree to that. Grayson Waller wants another opportunity for the NXT Championship is what I'm getting at, and he's going to tell Shawn Michaels. Yeah, but he's not the guy who's going to go for the championship. I don't know where they're going to go with the storyline with him and Michaels. I don't see Michaels getting in the ring, nor should he get in the ring. Honestly, that last time he was in the ring, he was the best person in the ring, and he was the one out for many years. But yeah, I don't see him returning in the ring. So it's interesting to see where that goes. We got amazing NXT. Oh, we got someone who was a fan. I wish he was here earlier because the executive consultant was not a fan. I think he was being really he was doing EC things. We got Oh Hi Shay. We got Breakker had another classic. I wouldn't call it a classic. I didn't think it was a classic. I mean, I think he showed that he's just that damn good. Bron is carrying WWE. Wow, these are some strong. It's carrying WWE. Bron is the best wrestler in the world currently. The best. Okay, this JL guy, he said the best. Do you guys agree with that? I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Pretty Deadly made a statement after that match. They want a shot at the NXT Championship. Yeah, and they're gonna get it. God, this damn thing. Bron needs to win Money in the Bank and to dethrone Rhodes. Okay, we got a really big Bron fan here. Okay. 2 weeks anniversary of losing the NXT Championship. Thank you, George. Me and George never really get along. And George, I mean, it's a cold day in hell when George is trying to work with me. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. Bron should challenge Wesley to be double champ. Okay. All right. Booker T said the New Day's fault for Pretty Deadly getting beat up. Why would it be their fault? Boo EC. Thank you. I like that. That made it. Bron heel turn would be like when Triple H turned on show. You already see him turning heel? Turning heel already? Jesus. Jeffrey, I'm camping right now. I would take him out. I would get proper internet connection here. We got what we got here? The executive consultant is where? This is he's gone now. We got, do you agree? Do I agree that he should dethrone? No, I don't think so. Cody Rhodes didn't even win the championship yet. So how is he dethroning Cody if he hasn't even won the championship? But no, I mean, he's going to be called to the main roster. I think you take your time with him. Let him get acclimated to the main roster. I mean, he had some shots last year, but let the crowd get familiar with him first. Don't skyrocket him right away. I just think that would be a bad move. I think that would be a disservice to someone like Bron, who is great. I give him hell on the show because, that's what I do. I give people hell. But I don't think you should do that. I think you just do a major disservice. We get Von Wagner against the Don, Tony D'Angelo. And, I mean, this match, it really wasn't a match, guys. I can't sit here and say, like, if I could do my impersonation, 5,000 at the Tokyo Dome. It wasn't that. It was really just Von Wagner. It was putting Tony D on the show so he has something to do. Put some steam behind him because he still have that feud with I want to make sure I got Dijak. I don't know why I was blanking on his name. To keep him hot for Dijak, and Von Wagner put him on air, get an L, and then have that argument with Robert Stone. I don't know what they're gonna do with Von Wagner. I don't know if we're gonna start seeing him out in the mountains, laying on grass, trying to find who he is. I don't know what was going on here. But Von Wagner took the L. He took a big L, and he's arguing with Robert Stone. I saw on Instagram that they were arguing backstage. So this story, that's still going on. That's still a thing. Anytime executive consultant, so I can stop talking. This is why I'm the Shawn Michaels, and he's the Marginetti. H-Man, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but matter of fact, someone in the chat, add another 20 points for me. Take another 30 points, because I don't know if H-Man's still in the chat. I miss H-Man. I don't know where he's at. I see you guys want Shay. Vaughn needs to find himself. Tony wants Dijak in a jailhouse street fight at Roadblock. Guys, Shay deserves a break. She do. She works very hard. Yeah, so Tony D's talking about this Roadblock at Roadblock. He wants to have a I'm gonna make sure I got this right. Someone put it in the chat. Jailhouse street fight. I think about somewhere in the 90s, right? And it was a big boss man. I forgot who he faced. I don't know if it was the Mountie. I forget who it is. So forgive me if my wrestling history is a little muggy here. But they had this fight that I don't know. They fought in prison. I don't think they fought in prison. They had a match, and then the guy, Bossman, when he beat the guy was, I think it was Nails. And then he went to jail. So I don't know what this match is entailing. So I'm assuming after this fight, one of them go to jail. Is that what happens? Like, how do you even get? Thank you. I said it before you, though, Jeffrey. And thank you. I saw 20 points for Bad Guy. Thank you. 100 points for Bad Guys. Wow. Listen, this is not every day that George is giving me points. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I wonder if, like, is that what's gonna happen after the match? One of them go to jail. Like, well, that's what happens. Like, one of them go, like, right after that, they get handcuffed and they're taken to, like, some kind of correction facility. I don't know. Like, I hear this match and I just chuckle, and the name just sounds so funny to me. But that's gonna be a match at Roadblock, and Tony D'Angelo. I'm sorry. Tony D'Angelo mentions that he has 2 weeks. So that's going to be a match. We have Trick Williams. He's backstage. He's healing up after his match with Dragunov. He has some ice on. I was kind of mad. I didn't say this earlier because I was too busy yelling. I was too busy yelling at the executive consultant. So I apologize I had thoughts for the show and everything went off on the deep end and my internet didn't want to work with me. But I was kind of bothered that Trick Williams, he had this match with Dragunov, right? And he had a good show. I really think he had a great show. Where was Mello Hayes? Where was Carmelo? That's your boy, man. Your boy comes out with you for all the big matches. Your boy hypes you up. Your boy, not Stand Below. What was the last bit? Vengeance Day. He had the mic, and he said he did this great presentation for you, my guy, and you couldn't go out there with him. I was kind of upset about Carmelo for not coming out with his boy. Like, I just don't feel like Melo is being a true friend. And I know a thing about friendship because I went to friendship school. But Melo comes out. He said, "Hey, you did pretty good. You was hanging in there, man. Good job." And there's a spot where I think Trick goes, "You want to go out and go celebrate?" This is kind of a big moment. You want to go celebrate, and Melo's like, "Nah, I really want to stay for this NXT Championship match." And I didn't peep it, so shout out to my partner because even when she is not on air, she picks up really great things. So shout out to the captain. But she pointed out that the Trick looks sad. So I want to ask you guys because I was moving around. I'm a matter of fact, as we speaking, I'm still boiling some chicken. I hope that it's the fire happens. But did you guys peep that he was sad about that? And I would hope, like, when I hear that, it's usually an alert of, oh, there might be a turn or something like that. And I don't want these guys breaking up right away. I really don't. But did you guys peep that? I'm going to get into the chat because I see you guys in the chat. But then we have Pete Dunne, and he says some metaphor. He gives Trick praise, but then he talks about something about timber. I guess the timber growing, like, hey, things happen, but then you overcome and all that stuff. I didn't get anywhere this was going. As I scratch my head, as you could tell, and I need to put my bangs back because man, that's a big ass forehead. Melo then talks. He says, "Hey man, it's a good thing that you're not going for the NXT Championship because that's on lock." And he says, "I am him." Which is gonna set up for next week. These two are gonna have a great match. I talked about taking off next week, but I feel like I need to be on here so I could review that match because that is going to be, what the cool kids say, a banger. Let me get to the chat real quick. We got I'm gonna highlight this because I might never ever see this again, especially next week. 100 points for BadGuy. Thank you. He took it back. It's just gonna be a regular old street fight. Yeah, and but my question is, do one of them go to jail? Because like, why mention jail? So does one of them go to jail? I still want to see Vaughn come out and a b-boy attire. So he starts breakdancing. He has the cardboard. He has the big radio, and you start doing like this, and then you have like Robert Stone like this, and like sweats. Poor Trick, yeah, poor Trick, right? Carmelo didn't warn him. Yeah, but still, that's your boy. You stand by your boy. Don't you do that? That's what you're supposed to do. Don't you know that TLC song? What about your friends? Come on, guys. What else we got? Yeah, I was thinking that too. Melo didn't come out with him. That's going to lead to a breakup. Yeah, and I just don't want that to be a thing. I just don't. Not now. I mean, eventually it's going to happen, but not now. They're setting up Stand and Deliver. If Trick turns on Melo, it has to be there. But that's the thing. I don't think you have to do that right away. Let it be a slow build. Let it be some months. Let it be, I don't know, 5 months. Maybe 5 months is too much. I would say 4 to 5 months. Let it be a slow build. I just wouldn't do it right away. I wouldn't do it right away. Maybe even 2 months might be better. But I would do a slow build to that. And I would keep them together because I feel like with them together, it's still a great act. Get as much juice out of this act as you can. And also keep Trick with Melo because I just think it benefits Trick a lot. So I wouldn't do that at Stand and Deliver, personally. We got, is Trick going to be in Melo's corner next week? We'll have to wait and see. But I feel like he is because Trick is a good friend. That's what he is. Because he knows that TLC song, What About Your Friends? It's really one of my favorites. Jack, you got it. I'm the man. We all see this ex-consultant in the bathroom. He's rubbing that WD-40 on the elbows I've been telling you guys about. Yeah, this guy is, he left me alone. I might as well have done this by myself. Next time, if the captain don't come on, I'll just come on here and do solo. Because I think I can do it. Because I think you guys trust me enough to do it. And I don't think you guys want me yelling. H-Man, I'm thinking too much. Trick turning on Carmelo Hayes would be something. It would be something. But once again, something I wouldn't do right away. Slow build like Sammy and Jay. Absolutely. Slow build. I feel like that's just the way of things. If you do a slow build, I think if you just wrap it, just go for it and do it. Nah. I would take my time with it personally. Slow the breakup between Trick and Carmelo is going to be something. Yeah. I just personally think you just should slow it down. I don't think it should be something. I mean, you could put the seeds. And I've seen a lot of breakups where you saw the seed and then they would go on regular. And I would say 3 months later, roughly, boom, there's a breakup. So I just personally like the slow build, not the rapid, oh, look at me, let me just break up stuff because I could just do it. So we got that. So next week, we're going to get that match. We got Ivy Niles with Tatum Paxley going against Alba Fyre and Al Ladon. There was a segment with Nikita Lyons. I didn't put this in my notes, that's why I had to think about it. But Nikita Lyons, and she still doesn't know who attacked her, and she says she's going to be out to 11 to 12 months. I don't think she's going to be out that long. I mean, possibly, but I don't think so. I think she's going to be out. She's going to be out, but I don't think she's going to be out for a whole year. I just don't think so. But Tiffany comes out and she says she had was it a Tiffany Epiphany? I feel like that's going to be totally a thing. As you can tell, I kind of saw a Clueless commercial because I said totally. 1995 was a fun year. I don't remember much about it, but it was fun. I think I was playing Sonic 2, which is a great game. George, I don't know if you're in the chat. I've been meaning to ask you, do you play Sonic Frontiers? Do you got that game? I need to know that. I need to know that because you like Sonic like I do. So I just need to know that. But Tiffany, so I have a Tiffany Epiphany. Why don't you disappear? And there's this Toodles, which is another thing that's going to be her thing. I felt like when she said Toodle, I thought about Mickey Mouse where he says, "Oh, Doodle." I don't know if you guys watched those that Mickey Mouse. I'm showing that I watch cartoons, but Ivy Niles, and it goes to Tatum Paxley watching TV or watching off the screen, and you see her watching the segment that happened that I just mentioned. Ivy Niles asking the update on her, and they had that conversation like, no, she still don't know. Ivy Niles said, "I'm gonna go. Let's go. We have a match." Tatum was kind of was like, "I don't know if I should go out there." Ivy Niles point out to her and says, "No, they're trying to get into your head. Come on, you're my partner. I need you." And Tatum goes, "Okay." So then that's when we get the match with Ivy Niles and Alba Fyre. Decent stuff. I mean, it wasn't nothing really. I feel like it's just storyline. So this wasn't a match where it was something that tore the roof down. They wanted to get the story where Tatum is how Alba Fyre and Aladon have gotten in Tatum's head. Ivy Niles, there's a spot where she's like the Dragon Sleeper, her finisher. Alba was able to counter it. She pushes Tatum Paxley, which I don't even understand why she was on the apron. I don't know. Maybe it was something I missed. Why was she on the apron? Knocks her down. Alba Fyre takes advantage. Beats her with a super kick, 1, 2, 3. I saw, and I think it was you, Jeffrey, and you point that you see that Tatum turning on Ivy Niles and joining with Alba Fyre and Aladon, which would be a new female trio. And I'm going to ask you guys, is that something you guys see? I see you, George. You said Tatum is still part. Yeah, and that was another thing, too, because they got in her head, and she's like, "Am I part of Diamond Mine?" Which I've asked a few times, because I never see her wear the Diamond Mine shirts or anything like that. But let me get into the chats real quick. Let me make sure I get to you guys. Slow builds away. I want to make sure I got you guys. Slow to break. Okay, we clicked that. I apologize. Just like they broke up Cora and Roxanne so quickly. Yeah, that was just ridiculously quick. I agree. That was really, really quick. I'm still thinking that Fonda Henley still doesn't trust Kiana James, and is going to lead them lose the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship to possibly Aladon and Alba Fyre. I kind of would be for them to be tag champs. I would be down for that. Aladon. But I don't know if I want them right away, but I kind of would be down for that because I don't see Kiana James and Fonda Henley being champions for so long. So that's a good take. Let me see. We got Nikita Booty broke them. Children, I can't deal with you guys. No, I haven't bought the game. Yeah, I've seen it on YouTube in my game. Dude, get the game. It's a fun game. It's honestly fun. If you enjoy playing a Supersonic, you would really enjoy it. That game is fun. That game is fun. It gives me hell. I'm always yelling. And don't know what's starting to chat that I'm always yelling. It's not true. But I yell a lot when I play that game. But it's fun. Tatum actually still part of Diamond Mine. We got, I don't know if I can see Tatum joining. Right, because she doesn't have that same. I kind of can, though. You know what? Let me take that back. I kind of can see her fitting in. There's something about her look. She has like a golf look that I kind of can see it working out. I kind of can see it. Like at first, nah. But then I look at her look and I'm like, it kind of could work. Yep, I think you meant to say I said that. Yep, I see. Oh, you said I see that. I apologize. I promise I passed the reading. She's gonna leave the group. I think tonight is the beginning of Tatum leaving. It is the beginning. Well, I guess the executive left. Yes, the executive had left the room. Matter of fact, let me remove him. I'm sorry. I'll just put it all on me. All eyes on the bad guy. She loves black as well. Oh. That's good to know. Because But that was funny. I don't care if you guys didn't laugh. I found that funny. So then we get the segment with Fawn Henley apologizing to Kiana James. Honestly, if I was Kiana James, I wouldn't take an apology. Because, like, you're doing a little too much, madam. Like, way too much. Well, why are you like this? But Kiana James accepts the apology. She says, you know, because Kiana James is the bigger person. She knows that Fawn Henley is jealous, which I do see. I don't know if you guys see that, but yes, she is very jealous, trying to disrupt this loving relationship. That's gross. I'm a fan of love, and I just don't like when people try to interrupt that. So stop it, Fawn Henley. But let's get to the main event, right? I had all these pictures. I didn't use one of them. I let you guys down. But let's get this. We get to the main event. We have Bron Breakker, NXT's favorite child, and Jinder Mahal. Or what last week, because I was corrected, Jinder Mahal. Honestly, guys, did you guys really think that the NXT Championship was at any kind of state? Was in any kind of danger? I didn't. This guy, the bad guy, didn't think that. You know, they kept mentioning how Jinder, he's a former WWE champion, and I kind of hate when they do stuff like that, where they mention like, oh, he's a former WWE champion, and meanwhile, he hasn't done anything since. It wasn't like, and right, you can mention how he won the United States Championship at WrestleMania. I forget which WrestleMania, and it was a fatal four-way. And I remember just sitting there going like, wow, that was really a thing. But they mention all these things like he's a big threat, and he's not a threat. He really wasn't. Yeah, he had that spot with the knee, and I heard people like, oh, he was so, nah, it really wasn't. I just never thought that, you know, he was going to be, because it wouldn't, like, you're getting ready to go for NXT Stand and Deliver, right? And when NXT Stand and Deliver, that main match you want to go with is Bron Breakker against, say it with me, folks, Carmelo Hayes. Not Jinder Mahal against Carmelo Hayes. So, over the weekend, it was Elimination Chamber. It was a fun show. If you guys didn't catch it, catch it on the archives. Mike Knox and the Coolest of the Daddies, Big Daddy Cool, making a rare appearance. They reviewed it. And I said that Sami Zayn should not have beaten Roman. Not before, someone tell me, like 49 days away from Mania, right? Sami Zayn shouldn't be beating no damn Roman Reigns. That just shouldn't be the way. And that's how I feel about this. Jinder Mahal, I said that right. 20 points for me. Should not have beaten Bron Breakker. But Bron Breakker was out there showing off, showing what he can do. He's an amazing talent. What can I say? It's not really much for me to add to this except Bron Breakker going over is not a surprise. Just never felt like there was any threat. I didn't feel like there was any kind of like he was in danger. So there's that. We got after the match, we got Mello. He's from a distance, he's watching. And I love this actually. What I love is that, you know, like every time they like try to like cross or say their names or make path with each other, it's like some kind of interruption. And I think that's so ingenious. I've been saying that for the longest time. That I think that's a really ingenious tactic. Because when they do eventually get in the same ring, which they have. I saw like on one of the house shows, they were in the same ring and they would stand across from each other or something like that. But it's going to be a big deal when it's on TV. But I'm giving a lot of flack to Jinder Mahal. I mean, he didn't look bad. I mean, what did you guys think? I want to hear you guys' thoughts. What did you guys think about him in the ring? I just got to just say, it was just no threat. I just wasn't like, oh man, Bron is in danger. Someone called the freaking Avengers. Let's get into the chat. We got Jeffrey, he's laughing. We got, I think that wasn't Kiana James' brother. I think no, it's not. It's not. It's not a brother. But still, Fawn Henley should mind her own business. Yep, she's jealous. She needs to get her priorities straight. Yeah, fallen. Jinder Mahal wasn't going to win, actually. No. But people really thought that he was. Vic Joseph had all the facts tonight. Vic Joseph could lick a table. I'm tired of him. I still want my WrestleMania match. No, I don't even want him at Mania. I don't want to waste Mania. I want him at how many weeks until Roadblock? Oh, it's 2 weeks, right? Someone already said that. Then we have Carmelo Hayes. Then Grayson Waller was in the production truck George is trying to take my job here. I was going to get to that, George. But I'm going to give you 5 points for helping me. I'm going to give you just 5. 5 points. 40 days to WrestleMania. I can't believe how close we are to Mania. You know, it's our Christmas, guys. When are we going to see Cora Jade return? I don't know. I don't know, but how many weeks has she been off TV? Because, you know, we don't need her on TV every week. So her taking this leave, this step away, is fine. We got, he's okay in the ring, not bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jinder, I think sometimes we give him a lot of flack. He's not awful in the ring, but his booking, he's never felt like a threat. He didn't feel like a threat. So that's my thing. And absolutely, we got Wesley with an open challenge, but I'm going to do some plugs at the end, so you guys stay tuned. But right, we have Grayson Waller. So I got to say, I thought my TV was acting up. I got to say, this got me good. I thought when I was watching the show, I said, man, I'm saying, man, my TV is acting up. I even turned off the TV, not realizing that it was Waller messing up it was in the production truck, messing up everything. And he calls out Shawn Michaels. And I got to sit here and say, I'm a fan of this. Because, you know, this is all payback for all the years, Shawn Michaels. Look, I know a lot of you guys are watching wrestling now because of Shawn Michaels. I get that, and I understand, and I respect that. I watch wrestling because it was because of the Hitman. So I'm a fan of Shawn Michaels getting chewed out like this and being told and given the reckoning. So I'm a big fan of Grayson Waller. He should have been on the show, but he wasn't on the show. And I like that he took initiative to be there. I like that he called out Michaels. And I like that he taught him a lesson. He taught Chad Frost a lesson. And in 2 weeks, I don't know if he's going to be on the Waller Effect show, but he should if he's not a coward. And I think he is. And those are my thoughts. But yeah, I'm with Waller. And Sean, let's get into some of these chats. We got Jinder only came to NXT to find Shanti. Shanti. Next week, Zoe. Right. There we go. George has been doing my job. Let's give George another 5 points. This guy has been doing my job. I don't know if you guys felt bad because I was doing this by myself, but I could do this myself. I'm a big boy. I can stand on my own.
Really? You think you can do this by yourself?
Oh, my God. He's back, and you make me time.
I'm already on the show.
It's 11 o'clock at night. What's
your point? NXT went off at 10 o'clock. This is why I got off, because these damn motherfuckers.
You know what? Yeah. Please, just can I just do this? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me see who's in the chat still. Let me see who's in the chat. And I said Waller, right? Oh, you said Grayson. Shawn Michaels is going to be on the Grayson Waller show at Roblox in 2 weeks. Everyone in the chat, let's take 10 points away for the executive consultant, please. Now, let me do some plugs. Usually I have my partner here, but I'm going to do a solo, so hopefully I do it some justice. So bear with me, guys, as I get some music. Let me see it. She usually picks it, but I'm going to pick it. I got to tell you, the track is called Feeding Ducks, and I'm going to use this. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, you guys have been watching this week's NXT review show, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I know earlier it was rambunctious, it was loud, it was crazy, it was ridiculous. But what can I say? That's how the show goes when the bad guy's here. But next week, I'll be joined with my usual co-host, the Captain. And we're going to be reviewing NXT next week if I can find these matches. So next week we have Miko Satomori. And I'm proud of myself because I said that right. She goes one-on-one against Zoe Starks. Zoe Starks earlier in the night says, why did she get a title shot? Why not me? I've been kicking ass. I deserve a shot. Miko heard this and said, ha, I'll see you in the ring, young lady. And we're going to have that match next week. We get the Japanese legend in action. The final boss. Can't wait to review it. Right here, we have a banger alert right here. Carmelo Hayes, one-on-one with Tyler Bate. And from the looks of things, it looks like Trick Williams will be in the corner of him. I can't wait to review this match, guys. This match right here has the potential to just be a show stealer. This is the kind of match that you have at one of them PLEs. So I can't wait to review it next week. Also next week, wow, that track went off. Oh, the music's still playing. Bop your heads and wave your hands in the air. If you just don't care. We have Wesley. He's having another one. Another North American Championship Open Challenge. Who's it going to be? If you ask me, I think this is a great time for one Juventud Guerrero to teach this young man a lesson. Hoovy, show up. We all know it. Let's get that hashtag going. The juice. And that's all the stuff that we know so far for NXT next week. Let me turn this music off. And let me get to some of these chats because we see all this stuff going on. We got, let's go right here. Shawn Michaels is going to be on the Grayson Waller show at Roadblock in 2 weeks. Yep. We got executive consultant, LOL. He didn't last 2 seconds. There's a joke in there. There's a joke in there. But I'll be a grown-up. I would take 10 points. They take it 10 points that way. BadGuy, you doing? Thank you, George. You know what, George? High five. I'm gonna high five you. High five. We'll probably be arching enemies next week, but high five. This alliance is great. We are like Stone Cold and Triple H when they joined forces in 2001. Jack, you hit us with the funky rhythm. Yeah, this is great music, man. It's great music. Wow, George, you you would have comment for. I know, right? It's the weird. It's wow, right? It's the weirdest thing, but I appreciate it. Miko definitely wins. No questions asked. Got laughter. You know, this sounds like some Skin of Max music. Tyler Bates. No, I don't see it. You gotta go with Mello. You gotta go with Mello. I think you gotta keep Mello strong. Miko Satomori is going to put Zoe Starks in her place. I totally agree. Yeah, wow, y'all really got Tyler Bate winning. I don't. I just don't think you do that. You don't do that. Now I could be wrong. I mean, I think Mello is so. I wouldn't have Mello losing personally. I just wouldn't do this. But him going for the NXT Championship, I would keep him winning. I guess if he did lose, it's something where Trick interferes and that plays into that stuff where the slow breakup. But even then, I wouldn't do that. Just personally. And we got Jay White answering the challenge. I don't think you do that. I think Jay White, if he is coming to WWE, you save him for after WrestleMania. I would save him for after Mania if you're bringing him in. But that's pretty much the NXT review show, guys. I mean, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Apologies about earlier's yelling. I might have scared some people away, but I appreciate you guys who stayed with me. This is this NXT community that you guys, both me and Cap created. We appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the realest, and I'm gonna plug some shows because I cannot yell anymore. I am out of yelling, and I know that's hard to believe, but I'll give you this. I'll give you this because I appreciate you guys.
Congratulations.
I can't do that anymore because I'm so drained. But guys, you guys were watching Unpopular Review. Like the executive consultant said way earlier in the show, please give us a like, love, and share. Continue to follow us on all social media platforms. Continue to support us. There's so much great content here on this brand. I mean, there's wrestling, there's entertainment, there's so many great hosts. I mean, and I'm gonna plug these guys. You guys, Mike Knox wasn't on yesterday because he did the review show for the Elimination Chamber, but you guys can catch him every Monday for the Mike Knox Show, Perfect Plex Radio Talk Show. There's a lot of freaking names, Mike. Damn. But you can catch him. It is for the intelligent wrestling fan. So if you're intelligent, bring your seat and just join the conversation because he has some great facts. He covers everything. It's a great time. So please join him. You guys already know you guys can catch us on Tuesdays. It's a fun show. It's a party. And, you know, continue to just stop by on Tuesdays. And guys, they're all elite couple. They have been on a roll 2 weeks in a row. And I feel like they're going to be on again tomorrow. So tune in right after Dynamite goes off the air. They talked about everything that is AEW. So join them and, you know, give some thoughts. The executive consultant didn't give a timetable for this, though, but I would assume maybe somewhere this week. I know this is something recent. Knock at the Cabins, and they're going to do a movie review about it. So follow UPRE, the entertainment side of Unpopular Review, and they're going to talk about Knock at the Cabin. I can't wait for that. There's going to be a great panel there. We also have, we've been reviewing The Flash. So far, for me, episode 2 was kind of a dull. So we're doing 3 strikes and you're out. So tomorrow we're going to review it. And if it's not good, we'll probably be reviewing something else. But tune in tomorrow right after The Flash. I'll be on. It would be me, Cedar Superior, and Vic. And we're going to be reviewing The Flash. This week, we're having another top 5, guys. So join us on Thursday at 8 p.m. Top 5 wrestling promotions. I'm going to do my inner mic of all time. So what is your favorite? What is your top 5 wrestling promotion? Join the conversation. And Mike Knox will be hosting, and we don't know who's going to be on. I might join for this. I might join. I don't know if you guys put me on, but I might join in. I don't know if you had your fill of the bad guy. And also, look, guys, I know you guys missed her. She was in the chat earlier, but let me support my partner, and you guys should support her too. If you missed the captain, you could catch her on Thursday. Does a better job than me when I do this. But on the Women's Wrestling Talk Network, go follow the captain. She is on at 5 p.m. talking about Women's Wrestling Army at 5 p.m. And then on later that night, she's on. If you wanted to hear her thoughts on tonight's episode of NXT, you could catch her, a good friend of the show, Katrina Storm, and they talk NXT. That's a lot more calmer than on this show. It's completely off the rails on this show. And also, just to plug something that we did, we just recently did an episode of the Big Pop Theory podcast. We talked about the Elimination Chamber. You could catch us on, if you just want to hear us in audio form. We're not on Apple anymore. I got to change this graphic. But we're on Spotify and on Anchor if you want to hear our thoughts. We bring the same energy that we use here on Tuesday, only in audio form. And yes, if everyone wants to know, I am unjustly yelled at. Justice for Jack, please. And I think that's all the plugs, but I want to get to the chat real quick. We got Fantasy Booking Jack. I tried to be. I might bring back Booking with Jack. Did you guys miss that? I might do that. I think I have they brought back Barney the Dinosaur. Maybe I might do Booking with Jack. We have Barney the Dinosaur. Dynasty. Oh my God. That's his wrestling name. Barney the Dynasty. Barney the Dinosaur against Big Bird. How about that? Maybe next week I'll bring that back if you guys want that. I think I have a booking in me. Next week, who yells better? Jacko, Jillian, or Thea? Tune in next week. Why am I don't yell. I don't yell all the time. I'm thinking a feud between Cora Jade and Lyra Valkyrie. Isn't it over? Right. They never had that match, but it looked like Lyra is going to be getting into a feud with I didn't catch her name. I should have wrote her name. But that's not a feud, but it looked like that's going to be the next match for her. I won't say feud. Man, I'm hyped for Bron Breakker. I see you are hyped, sir. I see it. He comes pouring out classic after classic. When is it? When is what? Please just let me know. When is what? Lita and Becky for WWE Women's Tag Team Champions on Monday night. Okay. That's possible because you know what? They could win it because I see Ronda and Shayna going for the tag team championship. So you put the titles on a babyface team. Although possibly for WrestleMania, it could be a triple threat. I don't know for sure because then I'm wondering what do you do with Bayley? You know, like I'm jumping ahead here, but I know I feel for a fact that Ronda and Shayna are gonna go for those women tag team champions. So put on the babyface, and then you can put it on them, and they can run rough shot with those titles. What we got? Sorry, George, that's not happening. Even though I want it, I would love for a Brock retirement match being Jesus. Really? What? No, I wouldn't. No, it's happening next week. Lita and Becky first Damage Control and to Io Sky. I'm sorry, I thought I said two. Joke in my eyes. Io Sky for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. That is next week. The wrestling promotion. Oh, that's going to be this week, Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm sorry, I just wanted to be sure what you meant. Nah, the best show and no question right now. NXT is a fun show. I think it is a lot of flack. And there's things I don't like about NXT. I have no problem saying, like, when I watch Raw, there's things I don't like, but there's things I do like about Raw, SmackDown, AEW. There's things that I like. I just don't like the notion when people go, this sucks. And I'm like, it really doesn't. I think your opinion sucks, but I digress. I'm sorry, I didn't read that. Cody, my boy, but he needs to turn heel. No. Cody's the underdog, yet he always wins. Now I see Becky, Trish, Lita versus Damage. A lot of people are saying that. Like a six women's tag. A lot of people are saying that. It's possible. It's a triple threat match, no doubt. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are going to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion at Mania. You hate on the future GOAT, just saying. Captain Shaykespeare, is that you? WrestleMania is coming so fast. Absolutely, it is really coming fast. Cody's going to be a boring double champion. Who's to say he's going to be he wins the championship and he's going to be a double? Like, how do we know that for sure? How do we even know he's going to win at Mania? I'm sorry, this is an NXT talk, but how do we even know that, right? Like, everyone already, because even me, I will go, Cody's winning, right? That's not a guarantee, because for what we know, Roman's 900 and something days as champ, right? They might want to push him to 1,000. Cody might eventually win the championship, but it's not a guarantee he wins it at Mania. It's not a guarantee. Roman might dominate him like he dominated Finn. We don't know that. We don't know that. I'm just saying, we don't know that. It's too soon for Cody to turn heel. He just got... Exactly. It's too soon. And also, he's their top babyface. Why would you just do that? What, just because I have the pen and paper and I can do that? No! Don't do that. Raw would be better for business than Cody or Roman. Okay. All right. I have chicken boiling, so I gotta go. Alexa, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
She said goodbye, and I'm saying goodbye. Hey guys, this was the NXT review show, and you guys keep coming in. I got click. Roman Reigns has to lose the title at some point. Yeah, he does. But does he really have to? Does he really have to? Yeah, we don't know what they're going to do at Mania. I speak facts. No, you're just speaking, my friend. But I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And we got laughter. So with that said, Alexa said goodbye. I'm saying goodbye. And the executive consultant, I don't know if he's still there. I honestly don't give a fuck. Oh, he is still there. Do you want to say goodbye to the people? You can't see, but he waved. I don't know if you said, but where's everything? Where's the I'm sorry. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And that's the show! Good night, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in for the NXT Unpopular Review, the NXT review show. Catch you guys next week.